Well, for those of you that have been keeping up with the channel in the last few months, you're probably very aware of the drama surrounding the former MrBeast employee Dogpack404 and his endeavor in exposing MrBeast. Now, at first, when I seen Dogpack's first two exposés on MrBeast and the quote-unquote evidence that he provided, I was like, wow, MrBeast might be a fucking YouTube terrorist. But one thing that I always kept in my mind was the fact that Dogpack was a former employee of MrBeast, and he might have had some kind of agenda out of pure spite and revenge to come on the internet and throw around these accusations. And while we have looked at Dogpack's expose videos and we've looked at his collaboration with Rosanna in the pursuit of exposing MrBeast, today I'm actually going to take a look at a video titled The Real Truth About MrBeast made by a YouTuber named Soggy Cereal. And to give you some context, I guess Soggy Cereal is about to dispute all the claims that Dogpack404 has made against MrBeast.
But that doesn't mean that just because this spiteful, vengeful ghoul accuses MrBeast of intentionally hiring a registered sex offender, that he actually did. Yeah, let's talk about the lies spun by Dogpack and Jake Weddle, that MrBeast knowingly hired a registered sex offender and while working at the company would refer to him by covert codename Delaware because of the crimes he committed there, and as a result is not allowed to go back into the state of Delaware, and that MrBeast higher-ups are using that nickname because they enjoy messed up insider jokes like that.
When I was there, they called him Delaware. He's like, why do you call him Delaware? And I didn't know. Apparently, they called him Delaware because he's not allowed to go back to Delaware.
Luckily, the real story is much more boring. See, according to a anonymous MrBeast employee, Dustin Harris, who has been working at MrBeast for about 6 years and went rogue because he couldn't stand Jimmy not responding to all of the misinformation being spread about not just Jimmy or the MrBeast company, but also about his own friends and colleagues. Well, he explained that Delaware was once a store manager at Jimmy's local Best Buy. Jimmy realized he needed employees to improve his content, so as a dumbass, impulsive 19-year-old randomly thrown into fame, he went to his local Best Buy and asked its employees if they wanted to work for him. 19-year-old MrBeast didn't do background checks. Was that stupid? Yes. Is Delaware a piece of shit? Yes. Should Jimmy take responsibility for making that mistake? Yes. But it wasn't this fucked up master plan by Jimmy to intentionally hire an RSO. It was a dumb mistake by an inexperienced adolescent starting up a business. If someone did but a shred of research, you'd find this still publicly available almost 7-year-old video on the MrBeast channel where you can see Delaware as the Best Buy store manager before he was hired at MrBeast. And guess what nickname was embroidered on his Best Buy uniform? Delaware.
They called him Delaware because he's not allowed to go back to Delaware.
Alright, the first thing I'm going to say is Soggy Cereal's accent is the equivalent, ironically, to Soggy Cereal. Alright, it is fucking horrible. I hate this. But anyways, let's address what he was just talking about, the fact that Delaware had the name on his shirt at Best Buy and Jake Weddle and Dogpack404 were lying about the origins of Delaware's name. I mean, yes, that is true. In this instance, it seems that Dogpack and Jake Weddle lied about the origins of the Delaware name. But Delaware's nickname and the little rumors at work being spread means nothing in the broader spectrum of things when you realize that Delaware was still a registered sex offender on the MrBeast set filming videos that were made directly for children. But the next point that Soggy makes is actually very interesting because he is about to interview a former MrBeast employee that goes by the name of Garrett, who Dogpack had a private conversation with about Delaware, and unknowingly to Garrett, Dogpack recorded it and put it in his video. So that is a very unethical practice, and I'm going to let you check this out here.
Now, Dogpack, before you say something along the lines of, what about the recording we showed from a real MrBeast employee talking about Delaware? Do you really want me to go into detail about how you and your cronies tricked an employee into saying what you wanted him to say to support your lies, and then you guys recording him and using that recording without his consent? Hi, Garrett. Can you tell me a bit about how long you worked at MrBeast?
I was at MrBeast from around 2017 to 2021.
So you've worked there for 5 years and could be seen as a credible ex-employee.
Yep.
You're the person who we can hear talk about Delaware in the recording Dawson or Dogpack 404 shows in his video. Can you tell me a bit about how that happened?
Yeah. It was not to my knowledge that I was being recorded at all. I have a friend who, I worked with plenty of times outside of MrBeast. Just thought it was just like a normal call, just checking up on him checking up on me. And, when two people speak about old places, there's drama, there's gossip, there's catching up, there's, et cetera, whatever. And then the next thing you know, 2 weeks later, Dogpack releases like a 12 million view video where, I just have a really crappy voice changer over my voice. And if you know me, like, it's me.
So was the entire call basically just rumors you were talking about with a friend?
Yeah, it's just a friend. We're just shooting the shit, and we're just gossiping a lot, catching up on the current drama. Like it's just it is nothing crazy.
Nothing you said had any actual facts behind it, as they try to construe in their video.
No, I don't. I don't think any of the stuff that we were talking about really had any facts or like evidence. It was just water cooler talk.
Would you say them using the call recording unconsensually in their video has damaged you or your life in any way?
Yeah, unfortunately. To say that it hasn't hurt me financially would be just a lie. Mentally, it's hurt me as well. I mean, I was manic and crazy for about a month and a half, trying to just watch relationships like fall through my fingers. I lost someone that like was pretty close to me as well.
Yo, this is a bad look for Dogpack, because Garrett clearly just said right there, we were just shooting the shit. We were talking about rumors that we heard, drama. We didn't know if it was the truth. And Garrett also didn't know that Dogpack was recording him and that he was going to post this as some part of a big video. I mean, Dogpack didn't even ask Garrett for consent to record this and nonetheless put it in a YouTube video. This guy, Garrett, never stood a chance. So off the rip, this is a clear example of Dogpack 404 manipulating the audience and manipulating someone that he called a friend. And we're going to get into the next part of this video where Soggy Cereal examines Jake Weddle's testimony of that MrBeast challenge where Jake Weddle lost his fucking mind.
Yahoo!
Really, nigga?
That'd be as shameless as falsely accusing someone of committing war crimes against the Geneva Convention in a consented to solitary confinement challenge where you'd earn $10,000 a day and can quit whenever you want and still keep the accumulated prize money up until that point. During a time where we have multiple countries actively at war in the world. Oh, wait.
And I go up to my friend, my good friend. He goes, "What? That's a war crime. We're not allowed to do that to terrorists. 24 hours breaking the Geneva Convention, I guess, is what we're doing."
You know what? Let's ask Dustin about that, because ironically enough, Dustin is the good friend of Jake Weddle, who made those war crime comments. The war crime stuff was 100% a joke. I'm now a producer, but I was originally hired as comedy writer with Jake Weddle, so I just wanted to cheer him up with a dumb and edgy joke. Oh, so it was a joke.
I'm sorry, Mr. Soggy Cereal Man, but I actually disagree with your assessment of Jake Weddle's recounting of his experience in the MrBeast challenge. And let's just start here with Jake Weddle talking about the joke that Dustin told him about. This is breaking the Geneva Convention and this is a war crime or whatever, right? That was clearly a joke. Nobody took that serious. Soggy Cereal is blowing that all out of proportion. Nobody with a brain took those comments from Jake Weddle serious. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is Soggy Cereal says, well, Jake Weddle was paid. He was given the money to do the challenge. Okay, that still does not dismiss the fact that this was just a strange video idea, and the things that Jake Weddle talked about he went through on the set is just a strange concept of entertainment. As Jake Weddle recounted how he was like forced to run on a treadmill after being malnutritioned from barely eating.
Jimmy comes in and I'm asleep. I don't know what time it is. I don't know, it's like 2 or 3 or whatever. He's like, "Why is he sleeping?" I don't know, because I can't sleep. He comes in, he wakes me up. And he goes, "Ask me why I have 2 briefcases." And I'm like, why do you have 2 briefcases? And he goes, "Oh, because this one's for today, and this one's for the challenge." And I go, what's the challenge today? He goes, you're gonna run a marathon. You're gonna do the 22.6K, whatever it is, and you're gonna do it on that treadmill over there. I couldn't say no to the treadmill thing.
So trust me, I am not the biggest fan of Jake Weddle.
Drizzy. BBL Drizzy.
But I know corruption when I see it, and MrBeast just pitching that idea and thinking this was a good idea, and then Soggy Cereal saying, well, it's okay because of the money, bro. No, bro, it's not okay because of the money, and it's just a horrible idea. A video like this should have never been done in the first place. And the next part of this video with Soggy Cereal here is actually gonna explain why Dogpack404 may be so resentful at the MrBeast headquarters.
He also made life-ruining allegations against Lokoya Hill, who was the person that made the decision to fire Dogpack. Here's an audio clip from the leaked firing interview at Beast.
I'm a lawyer, I'm our CEO. Part of my job is that you're pushing back on everything that we're saying. So
Well, because you're trying to fire me, and I want to work at this company.
I'm the CEO of this company. If I'm talking, don't interrupt me. And I'm telling you this is what's happening, and you're telling me that I'm wrong. I am not wrong. I've made the decision. Here, we will take care of.
I appreciate that. Can I please have a second chance?
It's not.
If I'm getting paid, just let me come in and let me try to be coachable. If Hoodie changes his mind, can I? And I've been trying to get to this point of working on MrBeast for a long time. I think there are other people at the company. If I were to switch departments, that would be very happy to have me. I don't care about the salary.
It's not what happened.
This audio of Dogpack getting fired is absolute cringe. I just gotta be honest with you. As Dogpack begs for his job back and says, I don't care what salary you put me on, just let me stay here at MrBeast. And now we have seen how Dogpack's behavior has changed instantly after being fired from the company, as he is on this vendetta of exposing the MrBeast HQ. And I honestly can't help but feel like Dogpack thinks that he's entitled to be on a team, on a creative board of something, and the only creative ideas that we heard that he pitched was a baby battle royale, trying every drug, and 1,000 booby challenge. Like, dude, this does not warrant you to be on the board of a giant creative team and make executive decisions on what a multi-million-dollar brand does. Like, you're not entitled to that, even if MrBeast is corrupt. So unfortunately for Dogpack, it seems like this campaign and warpath of exposing MrBeast is just personal revenge. He doesn't care about the facts. He'll reference anything to get us on his side and hating MrBeast. And Dogpack doesn't have to do that. We know that MrBeast and Ava Chris Tyson are straight up sickos. But for Dogpack, this became personal because he felt entitled to be on the creative team, and when his ideas and himself were not dignified by the MrBeast team and creative, right? He unfortunately took this path of exposing MrBeast at any cost, even if it meant ruining his public perception. And in this next clip, we actually have Soggy Cereal interviewing somebody that worked with Dogpack404 named Emily. And Emily is actually going to expand upon a rumor that was being spread that Dogpack's entitled attitude had him arguing with a chef and insulting the food and request and catering. Just super entitled, smug attitude. I'm going to let you take a look at this clip right here.
Any weird stories circulating or whatever of something Dawson did at the company, or?
I heard that he told the chef that his food was trash.
I heard that story too, yeah. And then he denied it in a video afterwards, and I talked about that, but
I'm not sure how much truth there is to that, but I mean, maybe we could call him and see, like, hey, this is Emily from Ideation.
Hey Emily, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm doing alright,
Cool. Well, I'm here with Soggy. I wanted to ask you, I have a question to ask you about Dawson, but I want to make sure you're comfortable being recorded first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. So I heard a rumor circulating that Dawson told you that your food was trash. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, it was the first time I actually met him. It was kind of after his tour, of our studio and such, and he actually came over, tried some of the food that we had in the fridge, and then proceeded to tell me it tasted like shit, and that he wishes that we were cater more frequently.
Wow.
Which is fairly interesting because I'm not sure if I had introduced myself or maybe he just felt comfortable enough to tell me the food tasted like shit.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how it went, my first interaction with him.
And let me be clear, we don't really know if that chef is telling the truth. We don't know if all these people were paid off by MrBeast or not. But in the event this is a true story, this is actually kind of fucking hilarious. Now, in the rest of this video, Soggy Cereal goes over a lot of stuff. He has some great questions to these employees of the MrBeast headquarters. Did they actually cure 1,000 people's blindness? Do they purposely program their material to appeal to children? Okay, Soggy asked some good questions here. But moving away from Soggy Cereal and taking a look at Dogpack 404 and MrBeast, I think Dogpack 404 is absolutely blinded by his rage and his spite. He clearly was hurt when he got fired in that audio. He clearly feels like his ideas for videos and content creation are worth gold. And unfortunately, I just don't think that's the truth with the ideas that we've seen. And to expose MrBeast, he had to basically take on the caricature of the content cop iDubbbz. It's just Dogpack 404 needs to just be himself. And the showing with Rosanna and the whole CP debacle absolutely really ruined him and Rosanna's presence in this pursuit of exposing MrBeast. And as much as we've come to learn about Dogpack 404's motives in exposing MrBeast, MrBeast was still doing the illegal lotteries and soliciting gambling to children. MrBeast was also in the Discord server where Chris Tyson was speculating if the image of Ivanka Trump was CP or not, and MrBeast was also in the same room as the Shadman poster on multiple occasions and even tweeted at Shadman as well. So MrBeast is no saint, and I hope nobody comes out of Soggy Cereal's video thinking that. The point of Soggy Cereal's video was to expose that Dogpack 404 is a hypocrite, and he's clearly used a lot of cuts in his talking points for his first two videos that blew him up. Soggy Cereal also provided us with the never-before-heard audio of Dogpack 404 being fired from MrBeast, and I think this is a very interesting talking point that should be discussed more, as it proves that Dogpack 404's entire campaign of exposing MrBeast is just a vendetta that stems from entitlement and hurt. This guy is hurt that he was not allowed to be on the creative team of MrBeast. But what do you guys make out of Soggy Cereal's assessment over Dogpack 404's behavior and clear manipulative cuts in all his videos? Do you think that Soggy Cereal exposed Dogpack or not? Just let me know in the comments below. Make sure you go check out Soggy Cereal's video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well and turn on that bell. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and play my music.
Yahoo! What we do here is go back.